to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from.
My young big sister was we didn't come on. I bet don't go anywhere. Adwoa Saah is sitting right here with me in London. My name is Zionfelix. Go Instagram at Zionfelix.com, on TikTok and Twitter _Zionfelix, Facebook Zionfelix Entertainment News. Thank you very much for watching me right now. As I said, don't go anywhere. Nah, and anybody, sister, I'm over.
Yeah.
Boom, just say.
Nyame Adom.
We're not so power. Would you know being so worried? Why?
I don't know.
Boom, to say.
Oh.
London, what to say?
So.
Yeah.
So.
What's that?
It means sometimes, like every other place, it will be a to the business.
Okay.
Not the issues and
So, what's I question?
Drake has a song. Also, we started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Okay.
Life be like say you walk right for a chance. I know when you say it takes a process for the child to begin to walk. No, sana. As it's now about bruchie the other. Eti impo krano. Sakra na timpo. Ewo baby are you free and now baby are here the other. You just don't wake up and make it. It takes a process. Inti. So rather do more. Nah, you're still here. Now to be break it through another messy.
So, because I'll break it through.
I would say things are taking its natural like pace now. As in when I came to live here. I said my mano because when I came I was pregnant. And it was a desire say me ba away baby ami kuno na mabe wo. And then me ba ha in the first place. So me buy and na madwin na say I'm coming back home because honana me jumane, you know, the things that made me who I am outside of what I have in my body. But what you say, auntie. Yeah, it wasn't easy because na me imagine say me betting him. But then one or two things happened and then I had to make sure say na I was me forget Ghana kakra. Na meeting him na me muname woman ma. Na me Bobra from here.
Into all money.
Yeah, according to me desire there, but time be maybe be leave room for God because say na do monkey and say.
But it's not just about you. You are two.
Yeah, it says right now me hey two na me only kono nka home pa cho tiate. Inti say me kasa na be concerned my family bemwa. I speak as the mouthpiece of my family.
Okay. So according to the two of you right now.
Inti they say enye nyankopon and they be decided otherwise they are.
So how many kids now?
Two.
2 kids. That's according to you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When it came that as a first kid, you have to settle here. How did he take it? Because as you said earlier, everything was Ghana. Like Ghana, we are huge. I mean, you dress free, you breathe free, you sleep free, and coming here, I bet different Accra.
You see, one different thing that a lot of people don't want to accept or come outside that people usually tend to frown or have a problem with you is Abuche ain't easy. Okay? And way back when I used to come here for holidays, there's a lady that is on TV here. Or you my blood cousin. Na anytime bianwa meba holidays no. If I'm not with her, I'm with my auntie. And she would always say Adwoa, una also. Because ebia obe frame me ukrom me ko Harrods me ukrom me ko Night Bridge me nam ha like I felt like what ha me maba holiday.
Yeah.
You get it? So why are you going to say me na menya? Sa time na me ntena se. Because okita or a British national okita ne nkrata wa won ma wa ha. At that time she was in the university. Abai Adwoa no. She was driving. If you're a team na abai na man subsidizing and my idea. And man, so I was thinking to myself, say, what's she chatting about? Me what Tom say. But me better no. And I mean who say, you will find you will find. But so PM free Ghana, my situation be say more. Obi can, Obeka say be or chen who and I say, Obeka so there the on kind of cray. Yeah, Ghana's most beautiful way, you know. The other girl that actually won the crown, I was a runner-up. But nipa no win a crown ankasa no. In 2007, na me nyan told me first car cra. But she got the car from the competition. So my uncle's house na wo awushi. And I know also and then the cousins almost in Santa Maria. But we became so close. So literally no, it got to a time she was always in my house. Zion one time, I think we had an appointment. Na me after the show, and I was working at TV3. And see, we had an appointment. She had to come and get me. Or before me, I kono. Or driver, so I was my brain. I'm so tired of driving. Me take him no. Me can't tube say from kwase mi oye there. Okay. What breath from driving? Come on, what are you trying to say? Obi to see me driving breath. But in the years that came up, no, I realized that as I'm not it wasn't a lie. Because then I got my car, or I got cars, and then I started driving myself. Then I realized that there are times you would wish, say, Obi Mongu air drive you. So, coming to live in the UK or coming to live abroad, no, minyanka me buy. Minti minka se minyanka ma mad because my be fat near ma a precious. Me fame ni bibia me nya organa bi antiminto. Like me kitan gram, you know. Okay. But what you say?
But you got that through fame. You met your husband through fame, oh?
He didn't meet me through fame. How?
You're popular then?
Yeah, I was.
So it was because of the fame now.
He didn't even know who I was.
So?
Yeah.
So how did you guys meet?
Here. I was on holidays and me obia me ni dinya me in your mechi.
Okay.
So a friend of his who happened to have known me from Ghana and our friend me say, I know you're here. What's up? No, I'm with your program be or my sorry. He was then at Power Chapel. And the guy and say, you know what? If you want to come to the program, me wa guy bia meet me amana ye de ade abefa. And that's how we met.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then let's say he just came to pick you up. He saw you like, oh, you're a nice lady. Let me get to meet you and know you. And he got to know you.
No. That wasn't it. That wasn't it at all. Because I don't want to talk about my relationship.
How was it?
We just met. Like, he's a man, right? Mm-hmm. And like all men, so I think perhaps in his head, he had his own plans. And when he saw me, he expressed interest of getting to know me. But at that time, no, me interested. Because I already had someone in my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
You work it out sometime later now. What's that say?
Yeah, I think what it's meant to be will literally be when the time is right.
Okay. Okay. So when you were with the person, were you still in contact with him?
No.
Okay. You cut him off till you were single.
There was no relationship to begin with. My cutting off. Like, it's just like you meet people all the time, right? Yeah. So you met Eunice. You've met me. If I wasn't married and you said, oh, she's a nice girl, or I'm a nice girl. And I said, wow, and I said, No. And I say, call outer. It's just, it ends there where you say, nipan ho I end it. Right? So.
Okay. Maybe holiday in Nkomo. And I into us.
Maybe I'll person the Kubia.
Then I'm ready with you. No, I'm online. I'm into. I'm starting interviewing. When they online, I want him to almost say I want to marry a man with kids again if I get the opportunity. Did you say that?
I don't want to talk about my life.
No, I'm just asking what I'm reading online to be sure if you really said that.
I didn't say that.
You didn't say that.
I think what I said was taken out of context.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What did you say then?
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Because you are talking to an interviewer myself.
Okay.
For example, if you had your way, all things being equal, Adom is a blessing to you. What's the other? Pax is also a blessing to you. But if you had your way, sitting here, would you have those beautiful kids with two different women?
No.
Exactly. So the person in question, who is a man, who happened to have those blessed children, will not make that mistake again if he had the opportunity to start life afresh. Na me a sabi you say okotre ko wini moko ma poncheni ebeti home free me am tenchen because it brings a lot of me fan say tantrums, any problems. There's no relationship where we are say I end there nipa two no obia ka se me de bibia en woman fida. People can say they don't want to talk about it, but usually no, there's always a story, there's always a pain. You get it? And you know, see it's why I Bob Brady. So me mistake na. This a me kwasia. And yes, I'm person mistake no next time. This mistake ne say being with a person ne mistake. Na mistake ne say situation no. Perhaps action be akofa aba. Because me nam way before I got married. Go and search back on the internet and tell me one story that you read about me that's even negative or had anything to do with anything controversial. Because enya me line no. But yes will be a man yes I will be. Me kodo will be. Odi ni nshira bae na ma mpu ni nshira no. Se ni nshira na e kwan be no fa so onya no say ye den yo. Me ni nshira ni asem. Me try say ene me ni obi benya asem because of that. But because of sunshine or the bae no so ntin menya asem. Menya amane. Mpacho ase.
Have you solved that amane? Or are you still facing it?
Aha ye kwa ho. Say nya amane ya me dia.
Okay. But I say obi manage me overflow
it's the problem is more of what people will say outside.
Okay.
Not what is inside. Mpacho ase. Because right now if you open the internet, Zion I say, why say. But how do you feel on the inside? In the inside, who and only more reality. Una only baby I'll die, baby I'll sorry. Near see. And maybe all my on the internet, so you just laugh about it. Because you know that unless someone else is living in your skin, so I see and you know, I would say it's a perception out there that people are carrying that perhaps they be a problem because of this or that. But many problem be a obi no obeti meka say I saw her and ebia ni kunu no ana ni kunu ni bibi so manya asem ebi nso nsida mpacho te ase. But perception no e wa bonten, and once you have a name they will drag you.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
In marriage?
Yes.
Okay. Adwoa, almost so you two no kuma say. What is that? Almost so jungu kuma, almost so pray kuma say. Won't that?
Never.
Let me know because I'm going to interview Adwoa. I say, hey Adwoa, me never come out or print 1 year jame. I'm like, how does somebody pray become successful than you?
I think sometimes too people just use words for the sake of using words.
Okay.
Because outside of perhaps me wanting to always make sure that I remain in the mind and in the hearts of people on social media, I've lived a very quiet life. I wake up, I take my kids to school, and I come back home. Metnefia shedem sa. Once in a while, then it be a also me kwa bonte ekoto bibia na bibia. Na makoto na mababak. I've been friends with Eunice Ohinebesi for more than 7 years. But recently, Anna about out class and him so these people are close or whatever it is. So because I may pray na my jana and we all know nasama, but me feel say
even I wasn't there, Ghana music I wasn't. I would say I mentioned one. I think Van Dyke or somebody, he wasn't coming. No,
it wasn't Van Dyke.
No,
it
your
was
boss,
the CEO of Rainbow Radio.
Rainbow Radio.
Yes.
And not on Bada. And I'll come and say
because he wasn't there. Because he wasn't there, and I work for that corporation, and so the way Adwoa Saah structured, we a media person, you already know that even Black Sheriff could be asked to pick an award, and if he's not in the building, someone that is close
to him
or whatever can just get up and go and pick it. So my boss' name has been mentioned, and he's not there, and there's no other colleague in the building. What happens?
You go.
I have to go because I'm my letting my boss in the crowd down.
You didn't represent him well. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then I had to go, and I had to make sure say me do honma that time no. I will sell what Rainbow Radio does. And what Rainbow Radio does is what I do. I interview people from all walks of life. I talk to people on a daily on that radio station. So what better way or chance to use than to say, if you're in the UK, listen to Rainbow Radio 92.4 FM because I'm on from 12 to 2 every day.
Is that the only work you do here?
Yeah, for now. I mean, I have personal productions I'm doing. And usually, I never ever talk about my plans until they materialize or come to fruition.
Until about UK, then why you remember you just radio don't go so far.
No, I've done care before.
Okay.
I've done quite a few. I started here on TV, but and on the online TV. The church I used to be a part of, na Mranti and Union Fobi or more a war TV station. And so before I came even from Ghana, no matter so many meetings, almost anytime I'm here, they would like to work with me. Until me buy me be I used to take my child to work. Me kwa na boss no, waje me bana to na naso. Na me production. Yeah.
Okay, Anka wo Ghana this time Anka wonye bigger than
I am
right
today.
Yeah.
One of the good things about life and about people who happen to understand the things of God is nipa ye mistake, menyankopon ye mistake. I believe say Erade, he's got the calendar of my life in his hands. And baby a medri, any baby a odemekono. I always used to say this on Kumkum that I am your international blaster.
Okay.
When I was saying it, I didn't know I was prophesying. You understand? Auntie, perhaps it might look say, oh, from coming from that place of fame and everything, like you've come into obscurity and a hard drain the but I also know say maybe nyankopon de make kono and then asem you get it. And I believe say orieni oye no Obia or car said it was a mistake for me to have come abroad, would come to say, the best decision this girl ever made was to hit to the voice of God and leave when she did.
So you think God asked you to come? That's why you say your life was in danger?
I didn't say my life was in danger.
Was the prophets we say?
Yeah, but there's a difference in saying, as my car, you know, and perhaps if you are feeling, say, be a attack, may be I'm like I said, I'm into the things of God. And so career no and I baby I'm doing yankopon me could do. Now I go to church all the time. Until one morning at the morning devotion in Action Chapel International, a prophet called me and said to me, say obenya come ni bosome nso TV no so with my pregnancy. because any woman hono enye mame and enye mabufra no nti se metimi atiki off na me wurie a na me kobaka mpacho what you say. So he didn't say abandon your career totally and run. And unim say oba ofa yefunu na ho oden say kra na from 7-8 months thereabouts na adwuma no kra allow e ma take some time off. Mpacho what you say. Enti kan nyina betimi fall in place where I'm sitting in Ghana and my baba back. But I also had someone who equally made the baby with me. And nipano or baby or Felix says me back ni nyina I can hu bomo a better. Why don't I go?
So you think do you think your exit made Tima also give that chance to her and made it that popular?
I can't really answer that question because onu ne betimi declare say eno ne man dey popular na say enye ne man dey popular mpacho what say. The seat was definitely hot. It was, I dare say, if not the biggest, one of the biggest at that time in that season.
Yeah.
Inti se nipa no ni ho na se ubetsene mu a obviously it's already where the dada and our ba. Inti of course glory ni bebe there ade ebe fall also. But as to say and then making no popular day. So me kasa Zion I'm overstepping my boundary because I don't know. Ebi nso a na ebi before from. Ono na ye best person with me there akasa asem. But
when he left and Osha TV now, were you impressed with how she was?
I never watched the show.
You never watched the show? Why?
I was at a place in my life where the most important thing to me then was to be able to deliver and deliver safely. And men free edwuma like I said, men free was me ba abrochia beka. Mpacho what you say. Anytime be a Ghana TV ana me hu bibi e koso Ghana no. Na mama fake Ghana. Na mama raho. Mpacho what you say. And I don't think say advisable so nipa bia wo wiase. Ade bia ma reho ana emu ani gina bibi. Mpacho what you say. Wo yi ho say me kohwe. So I left Ghana. I think the only thing that perhaps gave me some kind of contact with Ghana were the people that I used to work with. Some of them are still very close to me up to date. Once in a while, they will call me and fill me in, say, say. But say me kasa me tonight TV ho share Timada.
A program that you were doing, I mean, you made it not only now making it big, I mean, your whole production team, but when in the room, apart from the actors now, you like, oh my night big, and living on sharing who say be a queer, and I say, me brain na I bregu.
When we were touring Ghana with Kumkum Bagia, our show, every night when we went to the stadiums, outside of the musicians now, the people that were coming there, they were not coming to see the musicians. They were coming to see Adwoa Saah. And the life we brought to the show by the grace of God. Do you know that every place that we went, I carried the people in my heart? When I sit on the show and I chant, Kumkum fo krum, ye krum, yeti krone so, sana nyankopon aye. Kumkum disciples, Kumkum blasters. I'm your international blaster. Boss. Moja ne wo mu, na moja ne wo mo show no emu. We connect on that level because me free show no so I'm a bomb pie there ema wo. Now for whatever reason, I have to leave. It say also odobi na nipa no watu kwan. Say if you continue say the bia konya otenem ofie no obetenem na obehwe neoma e bia ntade bia waja wo ho ne sa na ema na. Do you know what you do? Umobra. Because time bia no de wo dwan na wani na agina nipa no why dey ade watu kwan. TV no, it's my passion. is what I love, what I've studied, what I've worked for. And I did me call ranks ni mo bedru sa level no. And he said, if I have to watch again and see say show ne koso and I'll be bia. In my pregnant state, do you know how I would feel? Because every minute you'll be kicking.
But so will we.
Yeah, but every minute you'll be kicking, say you want to go back. Yeah. And sometimes, and remember one of my so they say una my broaching what ubetia say system no. Yes, me worry, and some me worry come in me worry come me idea de ako. After the time I'm a war it did 1 year cry and my bosses were calling me to come back. Until it wasn't just about I want. When you get married, every plan you ever make, you make with the person who is the head of that marriage. And in every marriage, the head is the man.
Did you make what you think you deserved from that particular show as a host of the program? Were you getting what you deserved?
They paid me well. I would never ever say anywhere and say it's a multimedia or my bro. When we started the show, I had to pay. When the show became what it became, I got a raise. There was even a time that I was called by your friend say Kwesichum to his office. And this is one thing that I regret today. He asked me a question. And instead of answering the question, I beat about the bush. He said to me, what do you want?
That's dope, yeah.
You get it? When a CEO of a great company like that calls you and says, what do you want? You don't talk about a production, no? And the way by and I'm in percent nah. You don't do that. We're talking money. We're talking, something that can hook you. Because he asked me, how many times do you think you'll be going to London now? But sometimes I don't know. Say na deal. So people will be good at this one. The free office honor new year,
Also didn't quite yourself.
And I'm say because the man was making sure he was giving me something that forever will make me a part of multimedia.
Yeah.
You get it? But Sebi, me hunu hunyansa, me toto papa so. And oche mi sikana homa baba ma ema me koi. So yeah.
Many address said in Kumo here in London. I'll be back after the break. My name is Zionfelix.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't.
I was back with address. Edinko, mother of two, married woman. There ain't no boy. Who you two? The BS insist to say pussy.
No, it goes off.
But we know when you're outside. Maybe when you're washing or when you're doing something at home.
But for this type of ring, that's why you put until the baby be. But how can you see him?
Washing machine. I will check them home.
I'm just a baby, mommy.
It's a Ghana.
It's a Ghana.
Oh, how? Which part of Ghana were you staying? I'm about to Ghana, mom.
East Legon.
Well, everyone is India. But some put holes home.
Now, how potholes near?
Oh, but
you haven't seen some. I am going to be at potholes.
In so you do, has it?
Baby.
So.
In so you.
Okay.
Ambulance
na one day is one ambulance go as that is our Okay. More aside a free SHS from a free education from infancy at so baby.
Yeah, but some parents take their kids to private schools.
Okay. Have you furthered education when you came here?
I am working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But those are the parts of my life that I don't want to talk about. Because your mom I know boy be PM and depending on idea there.
Wako e kukumutia yensa home program say any entertainer who enters this country for either event or any personal thing has to be on your show. How did you do that?
I didn't do it. It was God. Zion, sometimes we downplay what God does and the elements He is in our being and everything that we do. Going to work on Rainbow Radio, I got a prophecy 12 years ago that I will work on radio in the UK. So that time I had a prophecy, I had more TV so. And I just laughed it off. Then 10 years later, I think Nipana sent a message, while he had said I had come in here for holidays. What's her name on Facebook? You know this designer called Wendy Latizan? Yeah. This is Tabako. Nikunuye Sofo. And the man sent me a message and said, I see you working on radio. Me say, what's this about this radio thing? I started my career on radio with the late Kwame Uswansa at Kesiwa Radio.
Kumase.
Before I even went to Kesben FM to work with Jojo Leme. Then coming to do Ghana's Most Beautiful and starting my career on television. Me go back to radio beam. Okay, there was a time I worked with Bolare, but it was just for a few weeks on his evening drive or Joy. Outside of that, me radio beam. Me go radio and I'm multimedia and here all pass it to a big show and I'll be bisa. Somebody radio some more my bravo. But you see, when you're me my prophet Randy first said the same thing to me. Say, who say Enchibia, you go back and you be doing radio. And I'm saying, but I won't go back and I won't go you because sorry, me I once back on TV, not on radio. But I don't think I go pon pair. No, what they at the mommy. Now look at this funny story. A girl in Ghana called me in 2017 while I was here because me free Ghana ebedru hanom 31st December 2016 and menyem no in 2017 after nyame Adom me wo ye no a lady that I used to live at Manet Palms Estate e wo bojo ho. She said to me say ni nua bi wo ha and that they have a radio station or more sky na they want to work with me. Nipa no me Ghana na nyina na oyede ade opem asem. Na I'm say okay. So then I get on my friend back bi mu a minim. But the funny thing is, one time after dropping my son off at school, I was sitting in the car. I had some encouraging school asia. Obi okano kwe bia be catch or say omukọ school no 2.5 hours.
Osano. Okay.
Osano. In the 2.5 hours no. Time I will be obenante free school mu ho. Akofi no na hours na say. So what I say. And then you have to turn back and come and pick the child on time. Enti eya me ko si no a na matena car nim. Me buatum na mada. And as bia no obi e won komo bi dia. My friend if na abonkom. One of those times I chanced upon Rainbow Radio and it was Sokohima that was talking. So I went on Instagram and I searched the name Sokohima and she was already following me. So I followed her back and I sent her a message. So I'm listening to you. You're doing well. And in a minute, she was just giving me a shout out. Like shout outs to Ghana's Most Beautiful, Adwoa Kumkum back in the UK, then. And I sent her a reply saying thank you. Then echo on a baby. I think 2 weeks later or so, it was her and Joe Metal. Not Joe Metal releases her no. It's a yo boy me day. And I can't speak Ghana for nothing. but it's a beautiful language. And metie enyom no a ede arishemu bi ne anigye bi wura me kremu. So when she was interviewing him about the song and how it came about and everything, I felt like this is something I could relate to. So I sent her a message. I said, tell Joe I said hi. And fantastic interview. I just love everything that's happening there. And she responded, and then they said shout outs to me on radio. Fast forward 5 months later, she calls me. She asked me for my number in my DM. I'm sending the number. Then she calls me and says, my boss, I say he's been wanting for you to work for him for a very long time. So if you like her, can person do a number near the other. Emano. I'm saying okay.
So you didn't go searching for a job?
No.
Okay.
And that's one thing about my career on TV, on radio and everything. Okay. I think I was searching for a job once when I started my career. And that was the job that the late Kwame Uswansa gave me. Yes, okay, so that's the only job I ever.
That's the beginning of any individual.
Yes, that's the only job. But the other ones, it comes through references. Sometimes it might be someone that's close to you. Sometimes God will link you to a strange place or a strange person. In my case, Soko is not a strange person, as in strange, but she wasn't my friend in that sector. Only for her to be the one to open up this.
I don't know of my conversation from beginning to end. So God. And call a name by you when I say and pass over them go and have baby man be treasure. Skasenu here some hand in here.
Obia at least wafa used to send the crown and a jenkwambiano. Even in our imperfection, yeah, suffer.
Okay.
He's called us as a holy nation, a peculiar people. Okay. He's called us into his priesthood. And because we need to accept Jesus as your Lord and personal Savior, what He is, you are.
I saw something on Facebook today, and I posted on my status. When I posted, I never knew that I have a lot of people who watch my status until today.
Okay.
Obiasi, it is true. This is what I posted. I noticed that people who are most religious are the most wicked or mean people you can come across. Is that true? And I mean, Christians are saying, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian, I'm posting because I've seen certain things. And then most of the people are replying, maybe are so for some people are mere normal people, but they are very religious. It is true.
UK is hard. Is it is it true or false?
It is true.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Okay. UK is underrated. Is it true or false?
Yeah, I feel like UK is overrated.
Okay. You see?
Yeah.
I want you to say what is in your heart.
Yeah.
UK is overrated. Yeah. I said UK is underrated.
Yeah.
Okay. Your friend say, "Am I wa broching in any subai?" Is it true or false? No, answer.
Yeah. It's not true.
It's not true.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you've met women here or people, whether or your relative, and I will be on the side that will say, or a man wa broche and tisa.
Yeah.
Rather than the perception that is out there. In the assembly of depending on where you are at and which side of the coin you are at. And I'll be to me, I can say, for a fact, nipa omusro nyame ana omo kasa omusro nyame bibre no omo na ewudie kese ye de ade ewo mchim obi nso experience obi. I've shared stories of pastors me no sign omo di me bone mpacho ti ase. Am I still not under someone?
Yeah,
obi na some pastor me. Yeah. So e woni pa omo di nyankopon
but you can't like majority, like from your angle, majority of the Christians that you've come across with, are they like this that I just read, or more there? Majority, they can be one instances. Because this person was speaking from the majority side.
The majority is people pretending to love God are wicked. But people who truly love God can't be wicked. Do you know why? Because we are dear Noah. When you're not too because o love no, true no, and you experience him and he's with you no. When you're not and you'll be born. time be na yemi de ade e hye bone ho. You get it?
Even if I'm to China, are you coming to Ghana? Do you have any plans of relocating to Ghana? As an Fakra to eternity?
And any day.
And see that to eternity, like relocating. You're okay here. You have a kids here. Your husband is here. I'm not sure that on my vacation on Ghana. In the year days on mouse over back.
Oh, me mum dear. Like I said, I didn't me. So what I say? Say nyame ka any wom. Say nyame anka dia any because obi etu kwan ko yi. Obi tu kwan ko huna mane pa. Ade ba kwa me hu ne say. Obi ane baby na dance wo. Zion ebia and said esi afa ma wa Ghana no. Ebia betena ha. Ubenu.
Yeah.
Ebi so betena ha.
Be better.
Be better. But nyina ye dependent on God's will for your life.
Okay. Maybe my last question. Abuse and cheat. Which one will let Adwoa walk out of marriage?
All of them.
You walk out when he cheats on you?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
Abuse is too much. But I mean, you have 2 kids. So somebody say, why would you walk out?
Are you serious? Those 2 kids, they need me alive. So if I'm getting abused, what's the point?
What if cheating? I mean, cheating doesn't affect the kids.
I always feel that's the reason why, and it's not the only reason why we get married, but fundamentally, the first reason that would even want or would make you consider all the other reasons that who here decided so you spend the rest of your life with someone. Hey there, Odo.
Yeah.
Right? Why would you cheat if you're interested in someone else beside me? You get it? Until so Yankopon bow, no amount of free will. Now the media mommy. Now say you are in love with me, and all other purposes are all love and honor. Perhaps I fulfilled it for you at this time. And until your part our line, ya me a better. Now say Yankopon Adom, and I want some Adom. What's me at Obi for Domo? I was saying Yankopon as a mount. Na uninipa no motwaso se na emoko na nipa no me can say other reasons nso e ka ho align na obetimi nipa na worry a I'm not worry.
Are you not afraid of divorce?
The only thing I'm afraid of in life is losing my salvation.
Okay.
You get it? Outside of that, Charlie, this is life. And if you want to live in reality, you should know. See, we are seeing what the baby at me see. Intina, and who he has when you pay bidding who bet to Nipaso. Who will be bidding what to swa. Who will be bidding Reshimwa, not the idea, or the Ashena. If it's right for you, a coin on Yanko Pombe for so, but boss I had the corner home by. No matter what, Ebia Metia make say, Ebia say, a drew so Nabia, after me and Nipanachitia. Ebia and Kera, the moment I hold the food for Biama. Maybe I can't, something different. I don't know.
Okay. How many years of marriage?
8 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that's it. My name is Zionfelix. Adwoa Saah features of Mami Ewo Chromas and I'm Kumkum. My name is
One blast.
I want to best of Mami. So someone who you better ask man. You be see say bye bye.
Hello, Abusiafo. I am Munia Badan and I'm about with digital marketing business. Muni me, many work on this platform, right? And the story has not changed. Yes, digital marketing business is changing lives globally. And in the information, the good soon me WhatsApp number, and me link. Me WhatsApp reach out to me and make church Munia natural. They want me the bema, and I'm a link so signing up with your name and email address now. We bring information now your email. Me follow it and watch our webinar. Take your time and watch our webinar and take action to check us out. There are so many great benefits in the business that we may need time to explain to you. Career opportunities and even how to jumpstart your business. So many benefits. Me a coach in it and have been doing this for 2 good years. Me say and it is possible to make it online. I am a nurse. My juma for 10 good years. and this is all that I do. It is possible. It is not about long hours, need double jobs, the yaki campus, and I keep saying it. Mean no way. Skeptics, the moment I'm killing off, na ye be online, and you may be and to reach out to me and let's continue. Bye.